Hello everybody, how's it going? So if you had to ask me one thing I'd like to change most about the game of Geoguessr, it would just be to have China in the game, honestly. Um, for, well, reasons to do with the whole nature of the country. They don't allow Google there, so obviously they don't allow the Google car to go, which means that I can't see what it looks like. Just the nature of playing Geoguessr allows you to, well, obviously look at countries and, in depth through Street View. So not being able to do that sucks, and I'd just absolutely love to see it. It's like top three. I don't know where it actually stands, but it's up there in the most climatically diverse countries in the world. And just each bit I see from it is like, oh my god! And like some of the road infrastructure and the bridges and everything would just be incredible. So, Mr. Jiangping, Mr. May I call you Xi? Um, if you're watching this, please, I don't care about allowing, stopping the secrecy and all that. Just allow the Google car to go and just give us special discrepancy for GeoGuessr players, please. Because I need to see it. I need to see it. It'd be like India if India wasn't, well, covered in shit cam. But without further ado, anyway, I was playing this person in a duel yesterday, and I just clicked on their account because, well, sometimes I do. I saw they've got this map, and it's a hand-selected balanced China. They are a Chinese player, so they play the Chinese version of GeoGuessr as well. It seems. Um, but yeah, obviously it's unofficial coverage, but we're just gonna have a look around and feel sad um, about the loss to humanity, actually, that we can't see what's going on inside China. But as I said, absolutely no idea about the country as a whole, what looks like what. I know there's a deserty bit, and that's about it. So, I mean, I'm probably not going to play that well, but um, this is actually official coverage. Okay, so yeah, there is some Trekker in China, obviously, but I was expecting a lot of it to be um unofficial stuff. But yeah, for anyone that played the world map back in, well, I don't know, is the world map still a thing in lower divisions, and had to put up with getting some random Chinese trekker or something. It's a nightmare. Yeah, not a clue. Don't read Chinese. Can't even say what that says. We're in some sort of palace, maybe. There are like, let's have a look at it. I mean, I have been here. I've been to Shenzhen, and I have been to on a layover. See, I don't even know where Beijing is. Here, up there. Yeah, on the way back from Japan. I got a layover in Shenzhen on the way there, and then we had to spend the night in Beijing on the way back. But I mean, apart from walking around and getting stuck in a torrential rainstorm in Shenzhen, I didn't actually spend much time. So, everybody, like and subscribe because I don't feel like Mr. Jiangping is going to lift the Google Street View ban. So we're going to have to subscribe so I can get my pennies from YouTube, hey? And then that will get me there. And um, maybe I'll show it off someday when I'm rich and famous from the YouTubing, hey? It's gonna happen soon. Anyway, desert, yeah. Like this is the big desert bit. Up here's yeah, sort of looks like Central Asia. I get that because Kazakhstan and Mongolia are in the game. I know that this also looks like this bit of Russia, and then this will be a bit more tropical. But this round, not a clue. Was there Trekker somewhere in Chengdu or something? Or something? I don't know. Okay, that was in Yangzhou, and we were the something. The Hushan Zishun. Interesting. Okay, yeah. So this is photosphere, so we can't move around. But I was hoping we'd get some like, mental rounds. Because yeah, there are some absolutely just mental bits of like geography and well man-made infrastructure in China as well. But I mean, this is still pretty beautiful. If I was there, I'd still yeah. But this isn't really giving much. Not that I have much knowledge of what China looks like, but yeah, imagine being able to explore all of this on roads and stuff. How sick would that be? I'm gonna do somewhere Fujian. Not bad. Not bad at all. Guangdong, is that? So that's the state that I've been to. Yeah, I spent a night in Shenzhen, which was for my first ever time solo abroad. um, a lot. Bro, are we in exactly the same? Are we the same bit? There's bamboo. What was it? It was Nanjing, right? And it was I think it is. I can't remember what it is. China's big. China's cities are big. I can't remember scanning for this stuff. Is it? Yanju. Okay, yeah, fair. I mean, I literally, that's how bad my memory was. Is. Um, I couldn't even remember that. Okay. We are loading. And yeah, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. We're cooler. We are cooler. These lovely ladies have been decapitated in half. They've miraged. Um, yeah, I mean, I've watched. There's a YouTuber that I watched, and there's people that I watch that explore China, and I do get a sense of some bits of it. But as I said, it's big. Look how big it is. That's a big country, and again, all of it looks sort of different. Oh man, just imagine if it was in the game. You just have to like imagine trying to having to like I don't know memorize all of this in each region and all of that. How sick would that be? It'd be like having a completely different game on top of it, if they actually properly did it, because I mean they got Russia, but obviously it's well, most of this is just empty, and I mean this is empty, but this is pretty full and would be so sick. But the amount you'd have to learn would just be hell. Again, as I said, it would just be basically like learning a whole new game again. Um, because it's basically a world within a world, as I said, with the diversity of the climates and all of that. Um, this one, it's a bit flatter, so it's a very hilly country. I might go quite far north on this. Not bad, not bad. Kikiha. The vibes are all right with it being northern. I mean, I was stuck between this bit of the cold north, this bit of the cold north. So that's just sort of going off my GeoGuessr skills. Top 1,000 in the world, top 30 in the UK. I can see that this is cooler. Um, and again, as I said, I have seen YouTubers go to sort of like the northern provinces and stuff, so I can kind of have a little sense of what each one looks like. This though, this looks just like one of those rounds in China. Although we do feel cooler again. We do feel cooler again. It sort of feels a bit Korean almost. Because I do, yeah, I know what Korea looks like. No, north though, Xi'an. Me and my brothers are wanting to go and watch the snooker over there at some point when, and if we get some money. There's the Shanghai Masters, there's the Xi'an Grand Prix, there's Wuhan as well as the World Grand Prix in Hong Kong. That would be sick. So maybe a tour of the snooker tournaments in China would be pretty dope. Um, but yeah, that was honestly not a bad score, to be fair. I mean, it was carried by the fact that we had basically a repeat, but we'll do another one in Huaozhong TA horizontal something TA. Try to see if any of the are they states prefectures have a like an abbreviation on them, like as you get with Brazil and America and stuff like that. But no, and I can't see anything with a TA on. So Kaohsiung, that is definitely the place. Maybe we're a bit more south here, but yeah, look at this. Like a sunset over this would be amazing. Just, I mean, to go. I don't know what I'd rather actually, to able to actually go there or to play it on Geoguessr. That's how sad I am. You could probably get the latitude off this if I really wanted to work about, but I'm just sort of exploring, to be honest. I'm away again this weekend, as I was 2 weekends ago. So I'm just trying to pre-record content, and I knew for a fact if I did some duels, I'd be crap today. So I'm just having to explore China. Taoju, that's got an A in. We'll go there. It was Taiwan. I mean, depending on who you ask. Not about to get into it right now, but depending on who you ask, it did say Taiwan there. That is what it was there. But may or may not be a part of China. But I'm not getting into that. Because we're keeping it light, aren't we? We're not getting any geopolitical debates. But that's there. I mean, Taiwan obviously does have Google coverage. Another bit that I'd like to go to. But not bad, not bad. And okay, cool. We're in. Okay, so we got palms here. We do have palms, so I'd say we're in the south. Chinese number plates there, obviously, would be sick. They're blue, so it's good to. The only country in the well, it would be the only country in the game to have blue number plates, I think, unless you count some weird US ones. But yeah, we've got a palm here, so I'd say we're a bit more south. I could do a Shenzhen for the representation of the horrible wait I had in the morning for a torrential down for a taxi to the airport, thinking I was going to miss it, realizing that I don't speak Mandarin or Cantonese and couldn't hail down a taxi whilst in the worst downpour of my life. But yeah, we've got a palm, and it's Shanghai, so it makes sense for the coast. I don't know how hot and how palmy. I was just going off logic of there's palms here and here, and closer to the sort of equator. Um, but yeah, still quite far south if you consider like where Europe is. Just again, like just don't think about these things about like, where China is in relation. You think like the southern tip of Spain there, that's like on Shanghai or below Shanghai's below that. This is pretty hot and that's on par with like North Africa, which is the desert. So interesting. Geography is interesting, isn't it? Well, hopefully you think it is if you're watching. If not, why are you watching this video? Um, so yeah, we are in some town. Again, looks pretty sick. I mean, obviously, really sleek, modern infrastructure with the old style stuff. God damn. Yeah, I'd love to go. Love to go. Also, the food would be sick. I mean, I'm a spice king, so I'd love to see them destroy me and knock me down. Knock my puny little white ass down and be like, you don't even know spice, bruh. Um, we've got a bit of English here, so yeah, that kind of. I imagine that would fit in for most not luxurious places, but places that are maybe pandering a bit to Westerners. At Western stay certainly in your hotels, but yeah, from what I got from going to Japan was pretty well sort of built for the Westerner. Actually, a lot of stuff was in English, or like understandable, and then the minute I got to China, it was just like bam, you got no chance here. Um, in obviously in the regions that I was, and it just felt a bit more difficult. And that was basically just at two airports. But we'll go in Putian, shall we? Not bad. That was in Taiju. Not bad again. The vibes are all right. The coastal, obviously a lot of its settlements are towards the coast, and I mean you've got the big rivers, the Yangtze and the Yellow, haven't you? Is that one the Yangtze? Yeah. Um. So yeah, we'll do. Ooh, this is cool. Okay, so this is more of what I was hoping for. A bit more. Thong Victor, nice name, bro. Got something down. Oh, cool, man. So this feels very, very. Yeah, I'd say down here ish. Arunachal Pradesh is again another geopolitical play. I'm not getting into whether Arunachal Pradesh is India or China, but I'm leaving this one somewhere around here because it feels sort of Himalayan. Um, so yeah, it could still be like up here, close to like the Almaty, like Kyrgyzstan mountains, but yeah, not bad. It was in Liliang, the Yulong Snow Mountain. Sick. Absolutely sick. I mean, you just the amount it would take to the amount of money and time it would take to travel it properly, and see, you just wouldn't be able to. Like, it would take decades, not decades, maybe. It would take decades, bro. Years. Good year, I'd say. We're going down each time. A week. You could do this all in a week. Maybe a long weekend if you were really pushing it. This one, not so much so enamored. I mean, it's probably just the weather. Um, but yeah, whatever's growing here looks. Yeah, as I said, the food, the food, bro. We got something here, something here. Don't really know. We're in a city. Yeah, there's no way of knowing this. Is there like sort of oldish architecture? So maybe one of the smaller cities. Um, Maybe a bit more north. But I think these are just clouds. I mean, obviously, don't want to just say generalize and say it has a smog problem, but a lot of the cities can be quite smoggy. But this one doesn't. We're going to go for one that I like the name of. Handan. No, it was safe. That was Laibin. Honestly, never heard of. I know the big places, obviously. I know Chongqing and Chengdu and not Nanning, not that. Not like these ones. If you look on the map, these ones are coming up quite big, quite prominent. They're probably bigger than any city I've ever been in my life. I have been to New York, which is quite big, but yeah, probably trounced them. And I've never even heard of like a Zhangyang. You know, had never even heard of Wuhan before COVID, and it's pretty massive. It's a shame that it's only sort of known for that now, because I imagine it's got a hell of a lot. Um, I'll do one more. I'm enjoying waffling. Oh, nice. See, this is really different. This, you see, this is like sort of tropical. We've got the coast to that way. Are we something like this or a Hainan? Just trying to think. That is China, isn't it? I know we had some Taiwan in it before, but I'd automatically think that we're quite far south here, or like an island or something. Um, a lot of these are sort of disputed between Philippines, I think, and then Japan, and obviously Taiwan. But I've touched on that before. But I think we could be an island. We've got lots of palms. Um, so I'll have a look for something down here like this, perhaps, or something like close to Macau. Oh, it was just on Hainan. Vibes were alright, actually, to be fair. And that's the Baishamen Public Beach. So yeah, very tropical looking. Down here, I mean, obviously it's on par with Vietnam, isn't it? And we know Vietnam's in the game, so we sort of know the landscape there. So not bad. This feels automatically more north. As you see, it's quite cold. Not as much growing. Yeah, this I know I said on the last one this one felt Korean and it was all the way down south, but I'm going somewhere like honestly close to North Korea. Dalian. It was in Jiangsu. Fair, but the North vibe was all right. I'm just sort of going off countries that I know what look like in Geoguessr. Not that North Korea is, but South Korea is. Um, Dalian, Dalian Yafang. I think that was a team in the Chinese Super League when that was a thing. Um, and also I remember from playing, I did a Jules video where I tried to win a game by only guessing in the English Empire, the British Empire. Pretty much the same thing, in it. They colonized everywhere. And they had Waihai. This was a British overseas territory or something, like Singapore or something, which I didn't know. I'm really just waffling, but sometimes it's nice to just waffle. Nobody really watches these ones, but who cares? Okay. Flat. Oof. Just the flatness is. I mean, I literally just saw that we had a flat bit around Xi'an when I was in there, but I was thinking like, no, it's hilly. Um, because yeah, there'll be valleys like around the cities, won't there? This is quite flat here. Um, as is here. Should we go here near Nanchang? Oh, it was over in that valley. Okay, so that must be the Yangtze River Basin or whatever. Because as you see, you've got a lot of big cities along there, haven't you? And then this is flat, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. So yeah, literally just from this little bit, I know it's not official GeoGuessr, but literally just, playing around a bit. Before I had no idea about sort of the geography and the flat bits and whatnot. And imagine if you could play this over and over and discover it. So if anybody has an inside scoop on Mr. Jianping, um, or if there's any cabinet members or members of the Chinese Communist Party, um, that could like put a word in his ear, just point him in the right direction, this one we're on some train track. I mean, fair dues to Jeffrey Sharp for taking this. Maybe he was train surfing because like actually there is a settlement up here, so we probably could have walked from that, but fair enough. I'm gonna go south on this. I'm gonna go somewhere around here. Again, I mean, I say not bad because it looks quite close, but it's still 300 miles away. Right, last one, but it's been fun actually. A bit more north, bit rockier, just for the. Oh damn, did that last time. Okay, so are these ones blue as well? Just checking if all Chinese number plates were blue, just for the representation. I'm gonna go somewhere over here. I thought about having a shout at it, and it would have looked really sick if it had been, but it wasn't. It was just near Zhengzhou again. But yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that. Um, just a sort of little quick one. It's there. I did it. Not much more to say. That's China for you. Please put it in the game.